Okay, that's my practice run. Here we go. Ka-chunk. I need to get one of them ka-chunkers. Ka-chunk. Hey guys, welcome back to Bonsai. It's me, America's favorite black sheep uncle, Jonathan Q. Pinkerstones, and it is another beautiful day here in the Barbie Dream Shop. Today, we are gonna paint our wide-body Turbo Miata long-term project car, and I'm, for one, very excited. So we're gonna talk a little bit about, you know, how we do that, what products we're gonna use, maybe a little bit about how to do that so that you get a good paint job and not a bad paint job, because really you can have either one for about the same money. So let's talk about that, all right? Let's do it. Step number one is clean the car as best you can. Honestly, I'll take a Scotch Brite pad and some like Dawn dishwashing detergent, like everything that you've heard that you should not do to a car, you might want to do in this case. But the objective is to get any kind of wax, oil, silicone, anything like that off the car. So once you get that all cleaned up and dried off, bring it in your, in your shop, pull everything that you can off the car. I mean, obviously the wheels and tires, but you want to take the lights off, you want to take any kind of badges off, any trim, any kind of moldings, anything that you can pull off the car as opposed to trying to tape off will result in a better paint job in the end, a better result. Okay, then it's time to sand it, all right? And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. This is where your paint job is either gonna suck or be good, all right? Anybody, I could teach a chimp how to spray paint, all right? Look, it would have to be a smart chimp. I'll give you that. But if you gave me a smart chimp, I could teach him how to spray paint. The real art and the real skill in a paint job, it's everything that happens before you ever pick up a paint gun. If something isn't perfect in prep, it's not going to be perfect when you put paint on it, right? So this is your chance to really make a difference on this whole thing. And the way we're going to do that is by not using a DA. We're not going to use power sanders of any kind. We're going to do it all by hand. We're going to wet sand it with a block. Okay, so you go over every inch of the car and literally go over every inch of the car. Don't just do the centers of the panels, leave the edges shitty. Don't skip the rockers because they're a pain in the ass. Again, you got to go over every inch of the car. What Hondo and I do is we go over each other's stuff. So I'll do an area and then, go to where he was working, he'll come where I was working and do that whole panel over again. Because between the two of us, we're gonna get everything. We're gonna get every nook, every cranny, every contour, and it's gonna be perfect. Because again, if you want a perfect paint job, you gotta have perfect prep, okay? Now, in a lot of cases, that's gonna involve filling stuff, getting rid of low stuff, doing a little bit of extra body work if you need to, but really your objective is to get it as perfect as possible during your prep as possible during your prep. So yeah, that's a lot of sanding. And I mean, a Miata is a small car. You can imagine on a truck or something like that. It's a lot of sanding. And trust me, you're going to want to, bail out. You're going to want to cut corners and do it good enough. Don't. Like I said before, this is really where you're going to be able to make a real difference in whether a car looks janky or doesn't look janky after you paint it. And so what I do is whenever I think I'm done, whenever I think the car is sanded out and ready to go, I do another day of sanding after that. And invariably, I find something that needed some attention. So once you're really, really sure that the car is really, really sanded out and you've done another day after that, you can go ahead and clean the car off again and then tape it out, and you're pretty much ready to start shooting paint. And so we tape the car out and we're pretty much ready to start shooting paint. So in our next episode, we're going to do some epoxy primer. We'll do our final block sand, wet sand out to 600 for the whole car, and then we're going to shoot some top coat on it. So please join us for the next episode. It's going to be awesome. The car is going to look sick. Yeah, that's it. So thanks a million for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Like, subscribe, comment, share, anything like that. It really helps. So thanks.